Hello friends, my name is Tawfiq and you're watching my channel Graphics Den, and in this video I'm going to explain to you some of the tools which are crop tool, knife tool, virtual segment delete and eraser tool. So the crop tool is pretty much common in many of the graphic designing applications. So this is pretty much similar, but we will see what is the difference between this crop tool and other crop tools. So it's basically the same. If you want to crop any area of any object, you can simply select the crop tool and select whatever area you want and simply click over here on the crop option, or you can simply press enter key or return key. So it will be cropped. The area that you have selected, only that area will be kept and remaining area will be cropped. So that's why it is called as the crop tool. But here is an interesting thing. Let's say if I choose or create few objects, one ellipse, rectangle and some other shapes like an hexagon. So let's say if I want to crop this ellipse or the circle object, but I forgot to select this particular object. So let us see what will happen if I forget to select this particular object that I want to crop tool, and I have forgotten to select this object. So what will happen? I'll do the same thing and I'll press enter key. So as you can see, only the area that I had selected remained, on the remaining area disappeared or cropped. So it is very important in CorelDRAW. This is only in CorelDRAW. If you want to crop a particular object, firstly you have to select that object like this. I have selected this object now and I'll perform the same steps. I have selected and I'm pressing enter. So only the object that I had selected gets cropped. All other objects or all other area will remain the same. It won't get affected. So that is an important thing to remember. But there is a plus side to it. Let's say if I want to crop all the shapes together in a certain way. So let's say if I want to keep only the center area or the center part, and I want to remove or I want to crop the remaining area. So we can simply, without selecting any objects, just remember I haven't selected any object. So without selecting any object, you can use the crop tool like this and simply press enter, or you can also click over here. So all the objects will get cropped. So this is one way to use, and remember outlines will be cropped differently if there are outlines. So this is a way to crop any objects, and you can similarly crop images as well. So let's say if I want to crop certain images, then we can perform similar steps and we can crop. Let's say if I want to crop this image, but remember if I want to crop only the image, not remaining objects, I have to select the image, then use crop tool on that, press enter, crop. Pretty much similar, you can crop images or any objects. So that was crop tool. Now we move on to the knife tool. Now the knife tool is very interesting. We have few properties or different properties in knife tool. Let's say I create this circle, and if I choose the knife tool, we have some properties over here in the property bar. First of all, let me keep it to none. In the beginning we have the option 2-point line mode, which means we can simply use the knife tool in a singular way or a line way, like this, in a straight line. Basically we cannot use it in a curvish way. So this is basically the knife tool in a 2-line mode. So we can create any shape using or we can cut any shape or any object using the knife tool, like this. Let's see if I want to cut this shape, so I can simply cut the shape using the knife tool. And remember, as we can see, the knife tool hasn't affected the outline, because we can see a different outline or stroke in this shape, also a different stroke in this shape. But what if I'll create another shape. I'll delete these shapes first. I'll create another shape, ellipse. Then if I choose knife tool and I will turn off this option, which is auto close on cut. Remember, I will increase the outline width so that you can clearly see what I'm trying to say rather. So knife tool, and first we will see what happens. So it has created a different outline to each object. But if I turn this option off or deactivate this option, then it won't create separate outlines. So the outline will be also cut. So that is the difference between this shape when activating it and when deactivating it. So these are the minor things that you have to remember before using the knife tool. Then we have our very own freehand mode, which works like a pencil tool. In the last video has shown you this thing, freehand tool. It works pretty much like the freehand tool, but instead of drawing things, we are removing things by using the knife tool, and we have freehand mode, so we can use it freely, as you can see. And if I turn on this option, then it will create separate outlines like this. It has created separate outlines. Then we have this option called as Bezier mode, using which we can simply, I will click over here, double click, so that it will close. So Bezier tool is basically the Bezier tool, but instead of using the Bezier tool to create shapes, we are using it to cut the shape. I haven't explained the Bezier tool, but it is pretty much similar to the pen tool, slightly different that I'm going to explain it in the future videos, but it works pretty much similar to the pen tool. Once again, if I create any shape, I will increase the width of the stroke. Now let's say knife, Bezier tool, I can use it like this, and double click. And remember one thing, you have to cover the entire area on the shape that you want to erase. If you do not cover the area like this, then it won't work. So you have to cover the entire area of the object like this. So I have covered the entire area. Then you can simply double click, so it will cut the object. Now in this particular example, I haven't ended the area inside the objects, so I have to right click and ungroup all. Then it will ungroup, and it has created different outline and different shape because I clicked outside the shape like this. Double click on the outside, that's why it is a group. But what will happen if I click, we'll see inside, again similar. So you get the idea what happens. If it doesn't work, then you have to ungroup the objects like this. You have to select it first. So this is basically it. Now again, so these are the three properties of the knife tool. First is 2-point line mode, then we have freehand mode, and then we have Bezier mode. Now if you want to this is pretty much similar, the smoothing option, how much smoother line that you want while using the freehand tool. Now we have, if you want some gap in between the when we cut the shape, so we can simply, I will increase and I will remove the outline so that it will be easier for you to see. And let's see, by using the freehand mode I cut the shape, so it will create a gap between the shapes that we just cut. So this is basically the gap option. Keep this to automatic. So these are basically the options of the knife tool. After that we have virtual segment delete tool. So what do we mean by segments? First we have to explain it. Now let's say if I create some rectangles, I will copy this, again I will copy this. So this particular area which is being intersected by another rectangle, so this is an intersection, again this is an intersection. So this is a separate shape and this is a separate shape. But when the two rectangles intersect or overlap each other, it has created another area, this area, but it doesn't have its individual property, but we can see it has created a different diagram or separate diagram, or it has created a different area, this area, that is called as a segment. So let's say if you want to delete this particular segment, then we have to use the virtual segment tool, because we cannot delete this area without using that tool. Because if I try to delete this area, it will delete the entire rectangle or whatever shape that you have created. So if I want to delete this particular area, then I can use the virtual segment. First select the virtual segment delete tool and simply draw a rectangle, so it will delete that area. Let's say if I want to delete this one again, so it will delete like this. And let's say, so these are still basically are independent shapes, so we cannot fill any color in this particular diagram that we have created, because these are individual shapes. These are not a single shape, basically, that what I'm trying to say. But using the smart fill tool, you can simply create a new shape. So this is a very useful tool. I will show you one more time. And remember, I'm trying to explain it to the basic user of CorelDRAW. So some of you might find this a bit boring, but I want to be thorough. That's why I'm going in depth and I'm explaining pretty slowly. So let's say if I want this area, then I can simply this area, entire area, but I don't want separate areas, so I can simply delete the segments like this, like this, like this, and I can simply use the smart fill tool to create a separate area. As simple as that. So again, these parts are called as the segments. Again, we have a different kind of segments. What are those? So I will use line tools to demonstrate the other segments. So let's say I'm simply creating straight lines, and I'm going to create few vertical lines like this. So as you can see, these lines are intersecting like this one, but this is the last time that these lines are intersecting. After this, these horizontal lines are not intersecting the vertical lines. Similar thing here, these horizontal lines are not intersecting after this point. So let's say if we don't want this extra area after the intersection ends, this extra area, then we again can use the virtual segment delete tool. Simply draw a rectangle like this. And again, if you want to create like this one, like this, and you can simply use the smart fill tool. If you want to create separate objects, you can simply use the smart fill tool like this, and you can change the color of the object. And important thing is the original shape doesn't get affected. because it creates new objects. I'm using the shift button to select multiple objects like this. So this is very useful tool, the virtual segment delete tool. Now lastly we have the eraser tool, which simply erases objects or shapes. So let's say if I want to erase any shape, let's say if I want to erase this one, then I can use eraser tool, and we have a couple of options. If I want an rounded nib, and again if I want a square nib. So rounded nib, I will select this first, simply create like this. If I click and drag, it will erase the area that I have selected like this. And if I want to erase in a straight line, then you can simply left click and you can simply click on the other side of the shape, then it will be erased, but it will be still it will be a single shape. So if you want to make it into couple of shapes, you can simply right click and break curve apart, or you can simply press Ctrl key or Command key. So it will be converted into two shapes. I will show you again. Let's say this is a rectangle, use eraser tool. This time I'll use the square nib, click over here and click over here, and again Ctrl K or simply break. So it will be converted into two shapes, and you can simply erase whatever you want. You can increase or decrease the size, and you can simply erase. And these are similar properties to the smear tool. If you have seen the smudge tool, these are pretty much the similar properties. So what are these properties? So if I want to decrease the nib size or narrow the nib size, and if I want to use the tilt option, so firstly select. So these are the different properties. So let's see, if I don't want this, I can keep it to, yeah, I can keep it to 90, so it will be a circle, and I don't want this, so I'll keep it to 0. So eraser tool is basically to erase things, and this is the thickness, which is the brush size. So using this we can erase any object that we want. So basically that was the eraser tool, crop tool, virtual segment delete tool, and knife tool. These are very useful tools while creating shapes, and especially when you are creating logos. These are very useful tools, because sometimes you want semicircles and similar shapes, then you can simply use either knife tool or eraser tool to create those shapes easily. So that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye and cheers.